Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Dragon is heading to Elbaf to meet Luffy, and now he will join him for one of the most important moments in history. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Dragon might go to Elbaf to meet Luffy, and this makes perfect sense when we analyze the evolution of events in the world of One Piece. Luffy, who is now recognized by us as the sun god Nika, has become more than just a pirate-seeking adventure. Today, Luffy has transformed into a symbol that represents inspiration for the oppressed, a living embodiment of freedom, even though he hasn't yet discovered that he is the sun god and the significance of that. In my view, this role is directly connected to the mission of the revolutionaries led by Dragon. After all, Dragon has always sought to overthrow the oppression of the world nobles, promoting freedom for all. I believe that upon learning about Luffy's new form, Dragon will see in this awakening the opportunity to align the ideals of the revolutionaries with Luffy's potential as Nika, uniting forces to face the world government in a definitive way. At this moment, Dragon is involved in a crucial mission, leading strategic operations at the borders of Mary Jawais, the home of the world nobles. He is preventing the arrival of food and essential supplies to the celestial dragons, which is a necessary strategy to force a battle, and also to stop the nobles from acting as they please. Unlike a direct attack, which could put the revolutionaries at a disadvantage against the government's forces, this approach weakens the nobles from the inside out. It's like planting a seed of despair and uncertainty at the heart of power. I think Dragon knows that the fight against the world nobles is not just a matter of strength, even though at some point it will become that, but for now, there is also the importance of strategic intelligence. And while he leads this operation, the discovery about Luffy's awakening might make him feel the need to personally connect with his son to discuss the next steps in this revolution. The relationship between Dragon and Luffy has always been shrouded in mystery, and I believe that although they haven't interacted directly in the series so far, Dragon has been following Luffy's growth from afar. After all, he showed Ivankov that he has a family, and he seems to see great importance in family relationships, even though, unfortunately, he can't live with them. Now, we can see that Dragon is not only the leader of the revolutionaries, but also a strategist who understands the impact that symbolic figures have on revolutionary movements. Luffy, now as the sun god Nika, is not just a famous pirate. He has become the ultimate symbol of freedom. For Dragon, this is the perfect moment to approach Luffy, as they both share the same goal, even though they have taken different paths to get here. And let's be honest, I believe that Dragon's past in the Marines plays a crucial role in his current worldview. It has been confirmed that he served in the Marines, and I think that during his time there, he witnessed atrocities committed by the world nobles, something that must have deeply shaken his perception of justice. Additionally, there's the possibility that Dragon discovered the legend of the sun god Nika while still in the Marines. It's important to remember that Who's Who heard about Nika while he was imprisoned, and the information was passed on by a Marine who lost their life for revealing it. This means that within the Marines, there was restricted knowledge about Nika, and Dragon, being someone intelligent and insightful, may have connected the dots and seen Nika as a symbol of the fight against oppression. These experiences were the starting point for Dragon to found the revolutionaries, especially after witnessing tragedies like the attack on Ohara, which highlighted how far the nobles were willing to go to maintain control over the world. Even though Dragon sees in Luffy the potential to lead the global fight, he will need to confirm that Luffy has indeed awakened the power of Nika. After all, Luffy's bounty poster in Gear 5 might not be enough for someone unaware of the details of the fruit's awakening. If the 5 elders allow this image to be released, it's because they know that most people won't understand the true meaning behind it. However, Dragon has resources that most people don't. It's worth noting that Dragon leads an organization that gathers information from all around the world, and I believe he must have heard rumors about the true name of the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Even so, Dragon will need more solid confirmation before taking action. This search for the truth might be what leads him to Elbaf, where he would have the chance to talk to Luffy and understand the full extent of his power. I believe Dragon couldn't bring all the revolutionaries on this mission because the organization can't afford to interrupt its operations at Mary Jawais. The blockade of the borders is an essential tactic to weaken the world nobles, and diverting resources to another mission would be risky. That's why it makes sense for Dragon to go alone to Elbaf, leaving his allies to continue the work. This decision would also show Dragon's respect for the importance of Luffy as a central figure in the fight for freedom. freedom. I think Dragon knows that in order to inspire the world, Luffy needs to continue being the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, leading through his actions and his unwavering determination. Elbaf is a strategic location for this meeting. Beyond the obvious fact that Luffy is there right now, we know that it is highly possible that the most important events in the final saga of One Piece could be triggered in Elbaf. With King Loki imprisoned, the island is facing internal conflicts that could be exploited by the Marines or even the world nobles. I think Dragon could see a strategic opportunity in Elbaf, especially if the island became a target of attack. Luffy's presence there would be a decisive factor for Dragon, as it would give him the chance to meet his son while helping protect the island and its inhabitants. If a great war were to break out in Elbaf, I believe it would be the catalyst to unite all the forces fighting against the world nobles. Luffy, as the sun god, would lead the battle with his crew, while Dragon would bring the revolutionaries and his strategic experience. This union would be an epic moment symbolizing that the fight for freedom is not just about one individual or one group, but about humanity as a whole. I believe Dragon understands this and knows that the world needs more than physical strength to change. It needs a symbol, and that symbol is Luffy. Additionally, I think Elbaf may have a connection to the history of Nika and the Void Century, which would make this meeting even more significant. Dragon could seize this opportunity to share valuable information with Luffy that he discovered during his fight against the world government. At the same time, Luffy could show Dragon that despite his carefree style, he is committed to protecting those he loves and fighting for freedom. But what if this meeting between Dragon and Luffy in Elbaf was much more than just a reunion between father and son? Dragon arriving in Elbaf, not as the leader of the revolutionaries, but as a father trying to understand and connect with the son he left behind. This meeting would be intense. Luffy, with his carefree way, might not show resentment since he's never been one to hold grudges, but he wouldn't greet Dragon with a warm embrace either. He would probably ask something like, "Who are you to tell me what to do?" This moment could be a shock for Dragon, who, even though he's the leader of the greatest revolution in the world, has never had to deal with something so personal. And more, I think Dragon would also see in Luffy a leader different from what he imagined. Luffy isn't a strategist or someone who plans his actions carefully. He acts on instinct, following his heart, and that's exactly what makes him so powerful and inspiring. Dragon could realize that for the revolution to succeed, he needs Luffy not as a soldier or a pawn on the board, but as an authentic force that moves people by example. And what if Dragon brought something that complemented Luffy's power? Maybe information about the true past of Joy Boy, the full meaning of Nika, or even details about the Void Century that the Straw Hat Pirates haven't discovered yet. Maybe even the location of Nika's weapons. Dragon could be the link that connects Luffy's strength with the knowledge needed to overthrow the world government. This would make this meeting much more than an emotional moment. It would be a turning point in history. This battle would also be the perfect time to solidify Elbaf's role in the final war. Maybe the Giants, inspired by Luffy's determination and Dragon's strategy, would decide to join the fight against the world government, forming an alliance that would include the Straw Hat Pirates, the Revolutionaries, and the Giants of Elbaf. What do you think about all this? Comment below. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.